Hello, friends. We talked about Leonard Cohen last week, so I thought I'd start the show off with some Leonard Cohen. Natural Born Killers soundtrack. Soundtrack put together by Trent Reznor. Incredible soundtrack. So, welcome back to the Monday Live, friends. Got some new friends this week. Happy to see you all. I don't know if you're friends that will stop by the live stream every Monday. Every Monday at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. As we know, it's phony Chicago time. I do a live stream. So, what's up, brother? Stephen Dwayne Allison Jr. Good to see you stopping by. And yes, I do got to make a trip up to your neck of the woods. Jason, guys, happy Monday. Love some Leonard Cohen. He's just awesome. Hello, Joshua. But you see my hands look tired. What's going on, Ron? Good to see you. So it's been a week. I had a lot of fun this week. You've seen what I've shared, right? So, oh, pardon me. I haven't even had anything from the Magic Duff bucket yet. So, I don't know what's going on. Yes, I'm close to that 1,000 subscriber mark. I am 13 subscribers away from getting my from giving away the collector. 13. I mean, you guys got to know at least a few extra people. You could say, hey, just subscribe, and then he'll give away this book, and then at 1,500, I'll give away the Dark Man. So I'm right there. My hope would be to have hit 1,000 like tomorrow. Give folks a few days to comment on that video. Hello, Cat House. Give folks a few days to comment on that video and then give it away next Monday. That would be so exceptional. Give it away next Monday. I can get the name to Paul Suntup, so that person will then have rights for the next week when that book is announced. I don't know. What is it? What is that book? I don't know. And when that book's announced, the person who wins this contest will have rights to it. They'll start off with a book and the rights, and then they can buy that book or pass on it. I don't know. I'm not telling people what to do. It's not a mandate. And then they can get the book, and then they bought one book, and they're off to the races with 2 matching numbers. I mean, Joe, I would have loved that. That would be awesome. What's up, Flash? Dude, I walked around with a sandwich board all weekend advertising my channel. I hope you didn't get arrested. I mean, I hope you had something else on, not just a sandwich board. But, a sandwich board does cover things unless you look at it from the side. My beautiful AE of replay arrived today. Sadly, no. Oh, yeah, that book plate contest. Yeah. I'm sorry to hear that, Stephen Dwayne Allison Jr. That's sad. I totally forgot about that when the comments were going on, and I'm getting the numbered, so maybe it'll be in the numbered, but I know he's doing it for one for each edition. That's great. That's so cool. Did you get it, Ron? Did you get your the signed book plate in your AE? So that we could call off the search? Like somebody said, that book plate's probably in one of the unsold AEs. So I'm getting thirsty. It'd be cool if Magic Duff Bucket would show up. I don't know. Oh, look at it. It's like right on cue. What have you got for me today, Magic Duff Bucket? Oh, whoa. Is it all over the place? Wow. That was startling. That was a Halloween scare. You can get a little closer. You're not even in the frame, Magic Duff Bucket. There you are. And you should turn a little bit. There you go. This is like, I don't know how Pee-wee's Playhouse did it. Oh, look what I got. Look what Beef Daddy got. El Dia de los Muertos, because today is the Day of the Dead, is what I got. And a shot of tequila. So what should I do first? I'll let it up. And Flash, I'm glad you just made bail. I feel like I should chip in for that bail. I feel like I should. I'm sorry, Ron, you didn't get the book plate. I'm distracted now because the Magic Duff Bucket gave me a shot and a drink. Should I do the shot and then the drink? Oh, producer Jill had an opinion. All right, well, I got to do this is the shot and then this is the chaser. All right. Is this what the kids do? Ooh. Well, that's a start. And I'm representing Rapture Brewing. I don't know what you're doing, but what goes with it is Rapture Brewing. I'm working on the jingle. Yeah, Stephen Dwayne Allison Jr., I did the shot. So now I'm doing. Woo. Well, we're going to. Uh-oh.
There's no escaping here.
Who's the lucky one?
You guys watch Natural Born Killers?
Mighty Mo gets a redneck by its toe. If he hollers, let him go.
Juliette Lewis, Woody Harrelson. Insane movie. I highly recommend it. So yes. What was I talking about? Like this they should call this a memory eraser. Short-term memory solution right here is what should happen. So, what else was I talking about? So I talked about, what have I put up on my channel? I've shared night tastings, my interview with Tim Harding. Hey, Martin. So that is actually a movie you've seen. Yes. What do we got? We got Natural Born Killers. Yes. Awesome movie. I don't know how you cannot be a fan of the movie, and the way I think it's probably more relevant now when you talk about Natural Born Killers with the way it glamorizes influencers. I mean, Mickey and Mallory Knox became like trendy and popular, and they kind of took the country by storm, and they were serial killers on a rampage. But the youth were rooting for them because they were popular and cool. I think that's the same nowadays. They could actually update that movie and make it far worse. I don't know if you all saw that movie. It's on Netflix. Don't F with Cats. Check it out. It's sort of somebody using murder to become popular in a way. Really barbaric. Anyway, so my night tastings, I'm very excited to read that. It's going to be an interesting November for me because I'm going to be reading Lord Fowl's Bane and Night Tastings, a paranormal romance and a fantasy. Oh, producer Jill's tuning in and commenting. It was a crazy documentary, man. That was it was heartening, but also very disheartening that movie Don't F with Cats. It was a documentary about how people chased down this guy who did horrific things on the internet because he was starving for fame or whatever. I mean, the guy was obviously off and deranged. So, yes, Night Tastings, my interview with Timothy Harding. Deathless. It got Deathless. It is still available. Hello, Philippe. Howdy. Deathless. That's also on my November TBR. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to tolerate it. I was going to do a book club with that. So I might post a video, just maybe a short live. I don't know, when I start to read it, because I might need therapy sessions. So I'm going to read that book, and I'm going to announce when I do. And if anybody else has Deathless, if they want to read along, I could probably use the support, because I think that book's going to mess me up. If it's worse than Pressure, it's going to mess me up. So, well, Stephen, oh, did I freeze? I froze. Did I freeze? Am I frozen? So, Stephen Dwayne Allison Jr., yes, maybe you could read it with me. Tickled on HBO is the strangest documentary I've ever seen. I don't know if I want to see that. This is addictive. All right, great. We'll do a read along, Stephen. We'll do it, and I will. I gotta finish Ghoul in the Cape. It is an awesome book. It is rambling. It's a river. It's a moment that just keeps unspooling. It's an incredible book, a wonderful effort. You just love to be in the book, but it's a long book, and I haven't really carved out that much time to read as much as I should. So I'm going to finish that. Then I'm going to go do Deathless, and then Night Tastings, then Lord Fowl's Bane, then Shiloh. That's how I'm mapping it out. Okay. You will be on HBO Max this November. How To with John Wilson? Well, that's awesome. You got to make me aware of that. My sister-in-law has HBO Max. I'll have to get over and check it out. I'm in the middle of Ghoul in the Cape as well. Yeah, it's a beast. That book is a beast. So I'm going to. Okay. Jason says something. Finally got to watch your interview with Bradford Morrow. The interview was great, though I get the impression he would have preferred to be covering the Magus. Perhaps. I mean, he did talk about that, and then he talked about the ending. So I was out of my league when he started talking about the Magus because I've never read that. I've only read The Collector. So I tried to steer it back to Suntup and The Collector. And he knew that anyway. He knew he was there for that. So maybe he would. He was awesome. I tell you, every time I get on these interviews with these experts, I'm nervous as hell because I only have my limited scope of knowledge, but they're always great people. They always are thrilled to share what they know. I've created a playlist on my homepage, on YouTube homepage, so you could see all the interviews. They might not be something that's easily, they're 90 minutes, they're an hour, they're 40 minutes, whatever they are. They're longer, and you probably have to like the content, but I recommend them. I love those interviews. It's my favorite stuff to do. Speaking of Deathless, I just paid for my copy today. Should be here in a week or so. Really looking forward to this one. Yeah, I think I'm surprised that they're not sold out. There were only 250 copies. So yeah, I don't know what the hang up is, especially if people had pressure. I don't know, but pressure was so long ago. But yeah, well, good for you. I'm glad you got it before it was gone. He did his episode on me and my cemetery. Oh, damn. I didn't know you had a cemetery, Flash. You have one? It's like your own personal one? Like, do you got any vacancies? Because I mean, I'm looking for a place to retire. That interview actually pushed me over the edge in buying the Suntup numbered edition of The Collector. Oh, cool, Tyler. Well, I'll be giving mine away in like a hot minute, I don't know when that's going to happen. I don't think lightning can strike twice for you, Tyler, but you are in the drawing. 13 people away. Once we hit 1,000, it's going up. It's going up, and it's blowing up. You don't seem nervous. Your interviews are really good. Well, I appreciate it. Yeah, it's surprising when I've watched my videos back over the years when I've done just this channel even. I realize the camera only picks up what I look like, not what I think or how I feel. Just picks up how I'm presenting myself to the world, obviously. And it's never as tumultuous as what goes on in my head. Like right now when I talk, I'm just grabbing words and throwing them out there. And, drinking. Oh, you have a lot of vacancies, huh, Flash? Cool. Well, that's good. That means, I don't know. You got a cemetery? I mean, whatever. I'll have to see it. I will have to see it. Um, I'm not going to be on HBO Max, so you're the bigger celebrity. Fun to see how many folks like Bradford are bibliophiles as well. Yeah, I mean it's a shame because I don't know too many. I don't know if a lot of people know who Bradford Morrow is, and so that gets less attention than maybe a bigger celebrity. But producer Jill's distracting me. I don't know what's going on. Is there a problem? And um, and it's a shame because what he has to offer as far as the collector or John Fowles is tremendous. It's a lot of really great content. Anyway, how can we be in the draw, Jeff? Okay, so all you have to do when I hit 1,000, which is just 13 souls away, it should be this week. If things go normally, it'll be this week. I would love it if it was sooner in the week so I could give people. So let me just say, hits 1,000. I'll put a video up saying, hey, comment on this video and you will be entered. So if you're subscribed and you comment on the video I tell you to comment on, you will be in the drawing. Now, the last contest, only 56 people commented. So it was 1 in 56 chance. So it's not out of 1,000. It's only out of however many comment. So whoever comments on that video when I say go, that'll be the one. I'll put them in a wheel, put their names in a wheel. I'll spin the wheel. The wheel will tell me who the winner is, draws randomly, and then I'll pluck that person out and we'll get it started. I'll transfer the rights to that person. Paul Suntop will know who that person is. All the bona fides, credentials, we'll sign the papers, transfer the rights, and that person will be all primed and ready for November 16th when the next book, which is goes up for public release. I love to be doing this, and I'm so glad it's happening now. I mean, it's happening soon. So just round up some people. What's up, Mitch? So is it too soon to start talking Dune Messiah? I'm not gonna get Dune Messiah because I got an unsigned copy, but yeah. Oh yeah, when in November will you be on, Flash? Elsa Jane asked. So yeah, I you know what I'm gonna do once I get Dune. So I'll get Dune in December. So I'm gonna start doing a fantasy book every month. I feel like I haven't caught up. You know, Necroscope is kind of like fantasy. Clive Barker is kind of like fantasy. So in a way, I've read it. I've read Tolkien, Lord of the Rings trilogy, but who hasn't? And it's just something I've neglected, and I don't know why. So I'm gonna give it a go for the next however many months until I run out of gas. I guess I'll be reading a fantasy book. So Dune is going. Well, it depends on when Jared sends it. So when I get Dune, I'm going to read it and review it. As a horror fan, as somebody who never read or saw the movie, never read the book or saw the movie, I know a lot of people have that. They read it when they were teen years or whatever, or young people, and so they have a nostalgia for it. I don't have any attachments. All I know is the world's crazy for it. I'm going to read it, and I'll review it here on this channel. I'm going to do more reviews. Yes. Probably late November. Okay, cool. Don't know how long I'll be around. We are having issues with our furnace, and we are about to take a trip to the parents' house for them. Oh, I hate that. We had to do that once, Mitch. I did an unboxing here. I woke up here by myself in a 43-degree house, and I unboxed Night Shift. So go check that out, and you'll see. I had to sit. My whole family went to my sister-in-law's house and broke in and spent the night. And that's the worst. Sorry to hear that. This is not a priority, Mitch. I'm not giving anything away. I'm just drinking here, I'm going to have to order another one, though. I was trying to give producer Jill a look, but she was reading the comments. Oh, but loving the shirt. Yeah. Yeah, I had to represent. I'm not done with it yet, though. I had to represent the brewing, and I gave you a tagline in the beginning of the show that I got to work on. It's a jingle. Usually I nail the jingles in one try. I didn't really quite get it. I'll work on it. I don't want to work on it on the air live because I don't want to be nailed to anything. You know how creatives are. I'm late, but hello to Jeff and producer Jill, and greetings to all my fellow Jeff heads and producer Jillians. Love it. That's great. Hello, what's up, Lee? Glad you're here. Do you know what is wrong? Mitch, PM me. I was an HVAC tech, and it would be simple. Wow. Yeah, I got a buddy who runs a business, HVAC business. He came and solved it the next day. I don't remember what it was. I don't remember what it was that time, but my furnace is old. So full disclosure, I would love to win the numbered collector, as I've never experienced a numbered Sun Tup, but I am likely to utilize the rights. Should folks unlikely to utilize be ineligible? No. Whatever you do with the rights is your business. You would just have the book, and if you didn't use the rights, then that would be a number that would be available for public pre-order on that book, whatever it is, in November. So that would just be sold. But yeah, no, if somebody wins the contest who has rights, you can either switch to the new number or you don't get rights. It's going to be one of those. My hope would be somebody who really wants the book, The Collector, number one. Number two would be somebody who's never had a Sun Tup book. Number three would be somebody who would want to continue with the rights. But definitely, it's your business. So finally caught a live one. Hey, thanks for being here, Rusty. I hope you're enjoying Westlake Soul. Glad you're here. Love it. Love the more the merrier, you know. Don't want to go against the spirit of there is no spirit. The spirit of the giveaway, seriously, is my appreciation for everybody who shows up and watches the videos and comments and shows up on these lives to ask questions and just shoot the shit. You know, that is the spirit of the giveaway. The spirit of the giveaway is giving away a book I absolutely fantastically love and adore, right? So Sun Tup Editions are my number one publisher. There's not even a close second. Centipede's a second place. It's a close second, but Sun Tup hits it out of the park every single time. It's the only publisher I want to be a completist. So that's the spirit of the giveaway. What you do after you get the book, if you light it on fire for warmth, if you tear each page off and make little Coke straws, it's like, that's up to you and your local law enforcement situation. I'm not going to tell anybody what to do with their book. This ain't a mandate. And I would hope you enjoy the hell of that book. That's really it. Greetings to you, Lee. Oh, you're getting greetings back, Lee. Sorry to hear that, Mitch. Hope it gets fixed soon, said producer Jill. Josh, I'm going to message you on Facebook. Okay, cool. I hope you guys solve that mystery and keep us posted. What warms me in a cold night? Some Rapture Brewing. No matter what you're doing, it's Rapture Brewing. That's kind of the gist of the. I want to say it goes along with any occasion. It's like a drink for anything. I'm working on these things. I'm gonna come up with the Rapture Brewing version of Asti Spumante commercial. Martini and Rossi, Asti Spumante. I want to put people in that vibe. Like, anything's possible with Rapture Brewing, except driving cars. If you've had a lot, we gotta be responsible. Haven't started yet, but next on my TBR. Well, I really hope. Got a lot of people loved it. Lots of people loved it, and it is a beautiful book. That is a gorgeous SST edition. So I wish you well. Good deal. Just wanted to be sure before I comment on your 1,000 subscriber video tomorrow. I would hope it's tomorrow. That would love it if it's tomorrow. Hello, Ian. Ian's here. I hope Grandma's not mean to you. So just be careful, Ian. Just be careful. Grandma's lurking around. She might pounce. So I'm just warning you, Ian. So yes, 13 spots. I gave away 4 books on the Books of Horror group today, but I'm currently muted, so I can't comment and congratulate the what? I'm not following that at all, Stephen. Asti Spumanti. Now that brings back some memories. Go to YouTube and not stay here and watch this, but maybe open a new browser window and check out those old commercials. You'll get depressed right away. The depression kicks in immediately, if not sooner. So let's say it's Hex and Butcher Boy for November and December. Do you think January be Hannibal? It makes sense. Each January is a new Harris book. All right. Well, hold on. I think I don't know if the power went out. I don't know. We got to work on that. Producer Jill, is the power going out into the room? What the hell? All right, whatever. So I don't think these lights are all back on. Can we get Producer Jill? Can you check out the lights? Oh, weird. Will Suntub do another Joe Hill, you think? I don't know. So Philippe, and I'll get to you, Flash, because you got a cemetery and I don't want to end up in it. So let's say it's Hex and Butcher Boy. The buzz is it could be Hannibal. So the thing is, if you win the collector, and then if it is Hex, you're in for the 250 number. So you would have to buy that book at that release. And then you would have to buy Butcher Boy to get to Hannibal. Or you could get the collector, skip Hex, pick up Butcher Boy, and then get Hannibal if Butcher Boy is available. But if the rumors or the chatter is that it is going to be Hannibal, a lot of people will go, look out, why? What happened? Huh. I don't know. I'll have to watch the tape back to see what happened. I don't know. It was really weird here for a moment. Yes. So that's kind of how rights work. They're contingent upon having the previous book. So if you want to be guaranteed the January book, if it is Hannibal, then yes, you have to have the December book. But I'm not saying you have to get every book between now and then. I want to. I would love to just have a numbered subscription and for the rest of my life from Suntub. So I would like to get a time machine to go back in time to buy the lifetime membership subscriptions he offered when he launched the press. I would love to do that. Too late now. So, Steven, you don't think Suntub will do another Joe Hill? I mean, Levidian's kind of got Joe Hill on lockdown right now. As far as rights, and they don't physically have him detained. They have Joe Hill editions coming out regularly. Heart-shaped boxes up. So, I don't know. I wouldn't rule it out that Suntub will do another Joe Hill. So anyway, what did you say, Flash? Okay, yeah, the Joe Hill. The blah, blah. Doubt they will anytime soon due to Levidian. Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying, Jason. So Stephen King stepped into frame for a second. What? Was that a real monster? Oh, something must have happened while that light thing went down. It's like a holiday spooky Day of the Dead thing. I hope. Was I in danger? I know I usually get assassination threats from Smug Oreo. I hope it wasn't him. How much was the lifetime subscription? I think it was $65,000. And for $65,000, you got every lettered, numbered artist and proof that Suntop would ever do. I believe that's what it was. Some people got it for a lot cheaper. I know somebody who got it for $25,000. Best $25,000 he ever paid, he says. And for sure, he got Misery, lettered, numbered, proof, artist. It's just, and then there was a AE subscription for $750. You would get every artist edition he ever did. Are you kidding me? Oh, but I'd go full. Joshua was actually, it was 25 for Chris, but for other people, I think it was 65. I'm not great with emojis. Hopefully this is a thumbs up to the chat room and not something. Yes. I think that is a thumb coming up from the hand. I believe it is. It's the tequila, probably. It is probably the tequila. Yeah, what a steal is right. The AE subscription would be amazing. Yeah, if we all knew then what we know now. I was nervous just about getting the Misery numbered, which I missed out on. I thought $750. And that at the time, his artist editions were like $75. So it was like, I'm like, oh, well, I'll just buy 10 artist editions, and that way I can pick and choose, right? And I thought, who knows if this guy's going to be around for 10 artist editions? Isn't it something like, I remember sitting there thinking these things. Is this publisher going to stick around? Are they going to publish like 2 artist editions a year? And then it's like, I got to wait 5 years to get my money's worth and break even. Oh man. I made that mistake. But wow, yeah. I'm 4 minutes behind. No, you're not. There's no 4. You're not behind. Oh, you just have to scooch the thing. Is that the technical term? You got to scooch it. You got to grab that. You got to drag yourself through time. 4 minutes. You know what's funny? He didn't know either. Hindsight could drive you crazy. Yeah. No, he didn't. Has anyone here read Hex? Yeah. Didn't I show you guys? Oh, wait. You guys got to see this. Hold on. Oh. Yes. This is Hex. I read it a while ago. I called it Pet Cemetery with a Witch. That was how I summed it up. I don't know if I did a review of it. I might have on Goodreads. But that's Thomas Old Hoodevelt's signature. Look at that thing. It's like a corsage or boutonniere. This thing, if it came real in 3D, it's a snowball. You could hurt somebody with it. But that's a hell of a signature. This is a great read. It is a fun. It's actually, the funny thing is I read this, and a lot of people are going to think this is a criticism. I read this, and then I read Tommyknockers, and this is like Tommyknockers and Pet Sematary with a witch. It really does feel like classic King. John Connolly thought that when he said, Hex is reminiscent of vintage Stephen King, and I can think of no higher praise. And then Stephen King had a blurb on here basically saying it's a completely original work because a lot of people were comparing this to King. And I think he was trying to cover and say, no, this is completely original. It's not a copycat book. So December is my time to jump in the number train. Unless we got to replace my furnace, I need Joshua to make a Tulsa trip. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I read the U.S. version too. Apparently, there's another ending that's better. There is one major plot hole in this book. If you're somebody who gets like upset and furious at plot holes, and can't forgive them for the overall experience, like the 99% awesome experience, I thought there was a plot hole. I'd have to read it again to see if I missed something, but there was something about this book I thought, well, that defeats the whole thing. So I have to read it again. And if it is a Suntop edition, I will read it again because I loved it. And I could only imagine what artist Paul would get. Oh. Kin is really good as well. Kin is spectacular. I'm just beginning Kin. Oh, you're just beginning it. That is a great book. It's not at all what I thought it would be, and it is even better than I thought it would be. I loved it. Kin. I had a nickname where I used to work on the market called Kins, because this one guy he called me Jeffy Kins, and then he just shortened it to Kins. He was a mental case. I don't mean that. I know that's triggering. It's probably not PC, but that guy was crazy. But good people, good times. He called me Kins. So now every time I see that book, I think Kins. That's how he said it. And when he was mad at you, he would X you out. He'd go, X. He'd look at you, X. Like now you couldn't talk to him that day. He'd physically throw an X at you. And then you couldn't talk to him the rest of the day. And then the next day, you might be forgiven. But sometimes he'd cross his legs too and give you the dreaded double X. X with his legs crossed. I can't show you. I'm sitting down. And then you were done. You had to give him his space. He was like a puffer fish. You just blow up. You couldn't touch him. He was crazy. But good people. He used to brag about his dad would go jogging every day, walking a pit bull. He had a pit bull. And he'd have a towel over his arm. And underneath that towel, a 22. Chicago Stories starring Beef Daddy. Let me tell you a story about poo-poo pants. I'm not going to. Not this time. No, producer Jill said, don't tell him about poo-poo pants. You know what? I have a book on Amazon called Southwater Market Stories. I do. I have a book on Amazon. You could buy it for 99 cents. You could probably get it on Kindle for $0. And I have Teamster tips for surviving a down economy. And then I think I do have Poo Poo Pants' story in there. And Goiter Man. Goiter Man's in there. These are all true stories. Go check it out. Amazon.com. Leave a good review. That's how I've made nothing on it. I think I have like nine 5-star reviews from friends and grandmas. And then I never made a dime on that book. I probably won't. A 22, just in case he needs to teach a child how to shoot. I don't know what. He would run with a gun under his towel and a pit bull. And I guarantee they made that pit bull aggressive. They were the bad owners that probably wanted that dog aggressive. I shouldn't be dishing on people I know. Right, Jill? Producer Jill? I'm just staring. How is it? Is it weird looking at me on the screen and then having me look at you? I just replaced my furnace in October. Was not a planned. Yeah, those are never planned, and they always just, you know what? Just burn CJ Tudor books to stay warm. Burn Bentley Little books. If you got to stay warm, buy the Suntops, buy the Stephen King, get all the autographs and stuff, but burn the Bentley Little books for warmth. just to get through. What do we got? Okay, I have other notes, so I can go. Word rambling. Yeah, ramble on. I got to sing my song. I was just trying to make Jill nervous. So, Suntup, new release in a couple weeks. Get on it. I hope you win. You can't all win. There's only one collector out there with a mind. You want to know the number? Do you want to know the number? I'll tell you the number. I know the number. 227. It is 227. Like that show. I think it was the show with Jack K. Harry, right? Apartment room 227 or apartment 227. Very fine sitcom back in the day. And then, it's 10 more than 217 and 10 less than 237. So it's that sweet spot. 227 could be your number. And The Collector is a fantastic book. Oh, let's make this happen. I really want rights to be assigned before the next book goes up for sale. That's my hope. So yes, new release. This is cool too. Yes, I'm glad Past Jeff took notes, because he's like, producer Jill's not going to take notes. She's just going to give you tequila. You need notes, young man. Kins. So what do we got? I heard that February and March Suntup releases are Bentley Little and CJ Tudor. That's cruel. That is cruel. Have you guys read CJ Tudor? CJ Tudor has this writing style. Well, she'll write a sentence. She'll say, the dead are not living, right? The dead are not living. They are, and then she'll go on the next 4 sentences. It'll be like, the dead are not living. They have stopped being alive. They don't breathe. They're quiet. They're silent. They're still. They're rotting. Like, that'll be a paragraph. It's like, yes, I understand the dead are dead. What was your point? Why did you have to make it 8 times right in a row? It's not poetry. It's not beautiful prose. It's not a new way to look at a dead person. What are you saying? What is your point? And the story will stall, and you'll sit and you'll have to cut through these patches of words because nobody dared edit CJ Tudor, or what? I don't understand. Now I'm mad. Now I'm pissed off. Bentley Little. Oh, geez. Joshua Poblano. 227 was your brigade number in the military. Oh, it's fake. Oh, it's fate. Oh, I thought he was just joking with me. It might be fake, Joshua. I don't know. I would love to have one for everybody. I'd like to be Oprah. A collector for you and for you and for you. Just check under your chair and don't ask how I came into your house and put a book under your chair. It seems like you will be over 1,000 long before the next announcement. The next announcement to me is terrifying. So here's the thing. I need to be over 1,000 and then give people like 2 days at least to comment on the giveaway video. And then I want to announce it during a live stream, the drawing. But if I have to like do a special live stream just to do the drawing, I'll do that too. But it would make me as happy as a little girl if next Monday I'm hitting that wheel and saying who gets the book and the rights. Read one CJ Tudor book. It wasn't great. That is the kindest thing I could possibly say about a CJ Tudor book. Sandra was the funniest character on 227. I've forgotten about that show. Yeah, it's fun. I mean, TV used to be fun. Life used to be fun. Man, I'm pissed. I'm a curmudgeon. I'm an old man, Jill. I've not read either of them. I've never heard or read a synopsis of either of their works that sparked any interest. Yeah, Bentley Little is actually a lot better than CJ Tudor. A lot. I read CJ Tudor and then I was pining for the time I read The Mailman. Bentley Little is a much better author than CJ Tudor. And I don't like Bentley Little. So Okay, so I got really cool news. I don't know if you've seen that, if anybody follows 19th edition, but I've interviewed Paul Suntup for the new 19th edition annual magazine. He's doing an annual now. It's called Constant Conversations. And I interviewed Paul Suntup, and I'm not going to tell you what he says, but he dishes. Well, for example, he talks about what Stephen King smells like, and he talks about how little Thomas Harris's feet are. No, you're not going to hear that stuff. But you're going to hear about the press, about his plans, about what drives him, all kinds of cool stuff. It's a huge, long feature. And I am thrilled that Paul Michael Caine risked his personal brand enough to let me contribute. So I did. So be on the lookout. He announced it. So that's why I feel like I can tell people here. I don't know when it's going to go up for sale. I don't know really any other details. All I know is you should get over to the 19th edition Facebook page if you want to see. But it was fun. And some of the things Paul reveals in the article are like, what? Like, what? You did what to who? How much did it weigh? Things that like you'll figure it out when you read it. How many legs did it have? It's a good interview, regardless of how I sell it to you, and I encourage you to check it out and get a copy. I know I'm getting a contributor copy. maybe I'll have a stack and I'll sign them and sell them for like stupid money. Who's your favorite author? Mine's Harlan Ellison. I've never read Harlan Ellison. And my favorite author, it has to be Stephen King. I'd say Stephen King. There's Josh Malerman. There's Joe Lansdale. There's Sarah Pinborough. There's Anya Alborn. Paul Tremblay. All these authors I just named have my trust. I know I can run out and buy a book from any of them and enjoy what I get. Brian Lumley, Ray Bradbury, Cormac McCarthy. But to be honest, I've only read one Cormac McCarthy all the way through. I did start reading Blood Meridian, and then the douchebag that lent it to me needed it back because he was getting fired. And I had to give him the book because we worked together, and he was getting fired because he didn't do his job. I can't help it. So I had to give it back. But I really did like it. But yes, Cormac McCarthy is just mind-blowing. Awesome. So yeah, it's hard to answer that. Stephen King has a smell. Yeah, from my understanding, Paul Suntup came up behind him just like Joe Biden and sniffed him. No, he didn't do any of that. I don't think. I can't prove. No, he didn't. He'd probably be horrified if he's watching, and I said that. Mitch, I'm also 9 minutes behind, but just know that if you go live, you will miss Jeff talking about you in the in-between time. He does this on purpose to feed human anxiety to his dark lord. Yes, I'm kind of scared that you know that about me, Lee. But yes, I feed human anxiety to my dark lord. I'm reading The Crossing. Ooh. Very nice. I've never read any Harlan Ellison, so I wish I could. There are a lot of authors I've only read one book by and should read more, but unfortunately. Brian Lumley's awesome. Did I mention Brian Lumley? Necroscope. Maybe that's this November is Necroscope. That's why I'm working Brian Lumley into the conversation. Favorite author. That's like trying to pick only one Stephen King book to take on an island. What would that be? It, or The Stand, or The Shining, or Pet Sematary. Yeah, The Stand, or It, or Pet Sematary. Limited edition Necroscope would be fantastic. Yeah, Andy, Subpress did it, but they only did the first one. So start with Ellison's Deathbird Stories. It's a gut punch. Producer Jill, you got that? She ordered it on Amazon just now. Did you? Deathbird Stories. You're not on Amazon. Deathbird Stories. Okay. Do you got a lot of Ellison from Charnel House? I always want to buy something from Charnel House, but I'm not a Tim Powers reader or a Kuntz reader. But I know he does do Ellison. He did Ellison Under Glass. Guys, this is El Dia de los Muertos is a stunning drink. Also a very lovely day. All right, what else? So yes, 19th edition. I talked to Paul. He reveals some things that when I was reading, I'm like, oh, people are gonna love this. I was shocked. In particular, one thing he mentions, I asked him about. I'm glad I asked him that question. And then he reveals something that's got me like dying to know what it is. Dying to know what book it is, who the author is. Oh man, I'm not going to say anything else. I'm not going to say anything else. You got to check out the article in Constant Conversations. No, I can't afford those. Way too eBay. Yeah. Charnel House is I'm on their email list and I keep seeing their sales. Like they're having sales. I'm like, yes, you do stunning work, but you do it for authors that are not as in great demand, So it's hard to justify those Neiman Marcus prices for. I mean, I don't know Tim Powers. He might be a fantastic author, so I don't know. I'm just going to stop that sense there. What book do you have the most copies of? My wife does not. My wife does not enjoy the space being taken up by different copies of the same book. I usually don't have multiple copies of the same book. But I have a couple, Miseries, Rose Madder, Dolores Claiborne. Ironically, those last two are not my favorite King books. And then I have like trade editions and then limited editions of The Stand and It. But not like crazy. Like I'm not going after all the covers or all the paperbacks or anything like that. I usually just stick to one limited edition if it's a book that has multiples. So I'm sorry. I wish I could go to bat for you and say, oh, it's normal to have like 30 of the same book. And then it's just, you're inviting friends over to drink some alcohol and look at the multiples of each copy. I wish I could back you up that way. You could tell your wife I said that it was cool. And I could write you a prescription for multiple copies. But I'm not a doctor. Legally. In some states I am. In some territories I am. At least I tell people I am. I fight the same battle with my wife. Those wives. Oh my gosh. Those wives. You're like, all I need you to do is make me a drink and comment on this channel and buy me a book on Amazon. And am I right, fellas? I forget I have the Natural Born Killer soundtrack still going. Anyone remember that Mel Gibson movie where his character was compelled to buy Catcher in the Rye? Was that conspiracy theory? I currently have 5 different states of Bird Box. Okay, Stephen. Yes, you had to point that out. Yes, duh. I have the lettered and 2 numbered editions, the trade edition, the SST edition, and the SST proof of Bird Box. Yes. Yes. Okay. That's the book I have the most of. Yes. The 19th edition article is an online thing or to be published hard copy. It's going to be the hardest copy you've ever seen. Yes. It's not going to be online. It's going to be a printed paperback type deal. That's what it'll be. So, yes. I don't know if he'll have something that you can download. I don't know. So yeah, Michael, I have multiples of Bird Box, and that is totally legitimate. You go, Michael, have multiples. My wife surrendered and started suggesting more places for bookcases. That's awesome. That's awesome. We're going to have a fight later. Probably. I know. These bookcases are actually, this was producer Jill's idea. Her grandmother passed away and we inherited these bookcases. And I said, I got all my limiteds in the other room, stored real nice and special like. And she said, well, you got other books. Why don't you bring these up and then put them in this room? And then I did. So Martin, I understand the joy of having spousal support, guys. She's right in the room, guys. She's right there. Okay, so she's right there. Sorry, I forgot about the SST proof. My wife doesn't argue with me. She knows where I work. In a cemetery. That is awesome. I did not know you worked in a cemetery. Dinner time. Okay, Ron. See you next time. Onward 100, 1,000. Yes. Stay awake. Are you driving? I hope you're not, Ron. Thank you. I don't want to interrupt your dinner. I'm a longtime Robert E. Howard collector and own multiple editions, sometimes 10 or more of most everything he ever wrote. It's rough when people have been creating new editions for 90 years. Yeah, that would get exhausting. That would. But if you like Robert E. Howard, was he Ron Howard's dad? No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I met Clint Howard. I got his autograph. He was in the Ice Cream Man horror movie. Blink twice if you need help. Oh, I said that out loud. Damn it. Why? I just read these comments when they come up, producer Jill. If she's got a taser aimed at me, I ain't going to tell you where. Field trip to Flash's Cemetery. Night, Ron. Oh, I thought she was saying that to you, Tyler, like she was going to put you to night or something. I don't know. Yes, Flash, we got to go to your cemetery. Maple Grove. Maple Grove? Queens, New York. Oh, there's a cemetery in the Chicagoland area called Bachelor's Grove, where it's like very haunted because people want it to be haunted. But I went there many times, and it was very popular for underage drinkers. But since my kids are around, I never underage drink. They're right in the room, guys. They're right in the room. They're looking at me. How tall is Clint Howard? He is short. He's a short man. He's a short man, and he's short. I don't know. I would say like 5'6", 5'4". I don't know. I was a young man. There's a place, there's the Vic Theater in Chicago, and they had what they called a Bruin View, the Loop. We used to have a radio station in Chicago that played good music called the Loop, and they died recently. But they sponsored a Bruin View, and they were showing Ice Cream Man, which is like a B horror movie at the Vic Theater, where you could buy beer and watch this movie. And then he came down, and I tore a label off my beer, and I had him sign it. Because I was a 20-something-year-old man. But I was of age to drink, kids. I was of age. 20-something. I got some picture on my Instagram. All right, well, look. I was always partial to the cemetery between Rogers Park and Evanston. Was that Graceland? Is it Graceland?
I lived in.
Producer Jill lived in Uptown, which I used to go every Sunday to the Green Mill at the Uptown Poetry Slam. But right around there is Graceland Cemetery. It's beautiful. We went to look at a condo that they're trying to sell for $400,000. We walked in there with muddy feet and we didn't buy anything. We tracked mud all over that condo. That was a good day. So, what else do I have to talk about according to this little book, this journal book I wrote? Earthling, Boys in the Valley's coming. Ghoul is coming. Both are available to you. Both. You saw me unbox Shiloh this week, which was a nice little treat from Philip Fracassi. Can't wait to read it on my TBR pile. As I said earlier, Mitch, on my TBR pile, even if you're 5 minutes behind, I did say that. And so you can get Boys in the Valley. I think it's less than 10 copies left. Uncle Beef Daddy told you. And I did what I could. So do what you can. Whatever's, fiscally responsible. But at $50 for such a cool book and the author's debut novel and signed, come on. It's a gimme. It's like there are some things about collecting that are judgment calls. I don't know. I don't read fantasy, blah, blah, blah. But this is a gimme. It's a gimme. All right. What else was said? Oh, Corso999. Yeah, I know his Instagram, producer Joe. So will Ghoul be illustrated? Yes, it will. It'll have David Palumbo art in it. So David Palumbo, there's one image on the website for Ghoul of the example of the artwork. It's not in the arc I have, so I don't know what it looks like, but the one image, and David Palumbo is fantastic. So yeah, there are a few in there. I used to live off of the Sheridan Stop on the Red Line, as well as in Belmont, Rogers Park, and Loyola. So cool. You've lived in more of Chicago than I have. And you're still alive. Tyler asks, what publisher is this? Earthling, Tyler. Earthling. Get over to Earthling. There are 2 cheap books. Cheap considering, when you look at Suntup, $600, $50 and $75 are cheap. So get over to Earthling, get Boys in the Valley for $50, Ghoul in the Cape for $75. You've already missed the free shot glass. I'm sorry. Get over there, get it. Get them. Get them both. Especially both. If you're deciding between Boys in the Valley and Ghoul, if you have to pick one, get both of them. Pretend it's a $125 book and get both. Boys in the Valley is going to ship very soon. Ghoul in the Cape is going to ship in December. I'd recommend both for different reasons. Yeah. So good night, Nicholas. Take it easy. Take it easy. Take it easy. That can become threatening very fast. It can be a friendly, hey, take it easy. I said take it easy. Take it easy. That makes it easy. I'm still amazed at the price for Ghoul, given the size of the book. You and I both. Just between us, I bought 2. I thought it was going to be a $150 book, and it was a $75 book. So I got 2. I bought 2. I'm waiting on both. Still need to pay postage, which will likely be more than oh, that sucks. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I wish I could move you closer, Michael. I wish I could just, what I could do? Fold the map from where you need to be and from where the book's going and your house. And just fold the map, and then it's just like right there. If I could fold the universe and create a wormhole. But that had no worms in it. I'm waiting. Okay. You lost a bet. Is that why you moved around so much? He moved to Michigan. Oh, wait, what'd you say? Oh. Orange line. I took the orange line a few times. And one time I took it Some guy just randomly got up and punched the glass and went to the next car. Remember that? That was fun. That was fun. Or was it the red line? I don't know. He just got up. He was sitting there all calm, listening to music. He was listening to music. Then he just labeled the window next to him, spiderwebbed it, got up and walked to the next car. I don't know. That's Chicago. So, yes, Earthling, Tyler. Tyler, get over there. Why are you even wasting time with this mess? Get to Earthling. You could watch this later, but those books are flying out. Boys in the Valley. When it's gone, it's gone. And then you got to pay those loan shark prices. So, CD, I'm going to be doing an unboxing for CD this week. This week, I'm getting the Best of Cemetery Dance 2, which they changed. It used to be CD Cemetery Dance 15 because they're celebrating 15 years in business. But that was so long ago, they had to change the name of the book. There are people that have had this book on order since 2010. There's a guy, he posted a picture. He had this book on order since 2010. It took him 11 years to get this book. He got it. I didn't. I bought like 2 years ago because they had cancellations. So I'm going to be unboxing that book. It has 27 author signatures. So yeah, I'm going to do that this week. That's coming up. So a Cemetery Dance unboxing. It's a rare thing. Stop the Presses. Yes, a CD unboxing. Yes. It's amazing. You know, CDs started this ball rolling for me with their It, and then with Darkman, which I'm giving away at 1,500 subscribers to tell, a couple, 200, 300 people, and then we can give that book away too, which would ship immediately. You don't even have to wait for it to be printed. CD started this mess, this hot mess, and now I'm getting a book from them. I don't know. I'm hoping someday I get to stand, but I'm not here to bash CD. We're rooting for him, aren't we? I canceled so many CD titles except Interview with a Vampire. Oh, I feel bad for you on that one. That's probably going to be a long time. Yes, Mitch, it does include Chismar. Yes. Can't wait until your second CD unboxing video coming after fall, winter of 22. Yeah, I don't know what. I think the next one after that will be Usher's Passing. I got the lettered edition from Robert McCammon. That is, I think, soon-ish. And I think Strange Weather is soon-ish. So these things are in the works. So I know that those are close. And then Southern Reach Trilogy. So I'm rooting for them. I'm rooting for me getting the books I paid for. It's kind of a good feeling to get what you paid for. You should give away a new CD book at 10,000 subscribers. They should release a book by then. That's funny. That's funny and mean, but true. When you first mentioned that you were giving away a portfolio with the King book, I assumed the book was going to be Sleeping Beauties. Thought I remember you unboxing that portfolio. Yes, I have that portfolio, and it's a matching with my Sleeping Beauties book. So the book and the portfolio match. I do have both of those. The Darkman and the portfolio, those numbers don't match. But it's a cool book. I just couldn't give away Sleeping Beauties. I just couldn't do that. I looked at my signed Stephen King books and said, what would be a really rockin', it'd be amazing to give away a Stephen King signature. Because I would want a prize that I would want. So I just kept thinking of that. What would really get people excited for a giveaway and be something that they would treasure and something I have right now? And I said a Stephen King signature, and then I looked at my Stephen King signatures, and this is the only one I could part with. And it's been my therapist says I'm really working through it, and I don't cry that much. it does get a little, especially if I don't have a drink. I mean, Jesus. But that's how I cope. So yeah, the letter you ushers, you say, lucky duck. Yeah, I got it. I got it in theory, but I don't have it in reality. The interview will be coming soon in 2025. I'm so sorry. Dune Part 2 will be out by then. You know what? You know what's sad? I bought Strange Weather before I even heard about Suntup. Before I got my first Suntup book, I bought Strange Weather from Cemetery Dance. I now have 4 shelves of Suntup books, and I don't have Strange Weather. When I look at it that way, my mind's blown. How can all these other publishers be getting books out and Cemetery Dance doesn't? And they've been at it longer than a lot. And I just think the person behind the wheel stepped away from the wheel and the car crashed and they got to get it fixed. I really like Sleeping Beauties. I know many didn't. I liked it as well. And now I will say the male bashing was a little heavy-handed in parts. It was eye-rolling bad in some parts. But I loved the story. It was classic King. Very, very typical of King. And I liked it. I liked it a lot. And that CD edition is gorgeous. So I just couldn't part with that one. Plus, shipping that book would be, and the portfolio? What? I don't know if I could do it. Best of CD2. Is there a new book? I have one by that title. So Best of CD2, I'm getting the signed edition. They did do the trade edition earlier. So people got the trade edition. So they don't, they publish like this. They do the trade editions years before sometimes the limited editions, because they got to wait for the slipcases or whatever it is. So it's like you're paying more money for the premium edition, but you got to wait extra long. So you might have the trade. I also didn't mind Sleeping Beauty. Yeah, I mean, there are some parts that are eye rolling, but it was a good book. Actually, I heard producer Jill's exasperation. First time I've been more than the Charlie Brown adult Mambo. See? Yeah, you're going to get exasperation if she ever steps in front of this camera. What's the current value of Sleeping Beauty? I don't even know. I don't know. $1,000? I don't know. 700, 800? For the signed one. I know they did the gift edition. I didn't get that, but I got the signed by the artist. I can't say her name. I think it's Jenna something. It's a German last name, I believe, that I'm not even going to try to tackle. Owen and Stephen King signed it. So I have that one, and the artist portfolio, which is her work is amazing. So I was really thrilled to get that. Why is my hair doing this? A lot of drinks have happened. Although Sleeping Beauties was the second time I've read a King book where he makes glaring mistakes when referring to stuff with guns. Yeah, revolvers don't have external safety, Stephen. Yeah, he is not, but he does thorough research. Thank you, producer Jill. I'm eternally sorry for making you sigh exasperatedly in exasperation. Yeah, he's not a fan of the guns, and so he's probably not going to. But you would think he'd have enough fact checkers and researchers to correct him on that. Oh, I don't want to get involved here now. Starting to get nervous. Jill's talking about her superpowers. Yeah, they're behind. Snail slow. Yes. King is not well known for research. Really? He made a lot more mistakes with a 1958 Plymouth. Really? I didn't know. I thought he was pretty thorough with research, but that's because I'm stupid. So when I read it in a book, I just assume it's factual. But yeah, I've noticed a few things with guns and King. But again, are you enjoying the ride? Can you forgive those things? I think you kind of have to if you like the story and are rooting for it. So let's see. The last thing I wanted to talk about tonight was my content. So I want to know what you all want to see on this channel. Like, what are the things that I realize I do a lot of unboxing and talking about books and then never talking about them again. So I'm going to do more reviews. I'm going to do some fantasy reads. I'm going to start reading more broadly because I feel like there's a lot of the fans of the books I like also like these other books. So I feel like I'm ignoring them for stupid reasons. And so I'm going to do more book reviews. I definitely want to do more interviews. But what are things that you would like to see? He's such a great storyteller. Mistakes are easily overlooked. Right. Producer Jill. They want to see you, Producer Jill.
Oh, no.
That was her worst nightmare of an answer. That really was. The two of you on camera would be cool. Oh, snap. Yep.
And you quickly changed your mind.
She is well, Jill, you told me we need to figure out what the audience wants. So we're gonna have to do what you guys say. More reviews. Talk to Oh, she thinks my subscription rate will plummet with her on camera. That's not true. But it's fun because I'm going to get to torture her with this for days. Like it'll be days of me reminding her that the first thing they asked for was Producer Jill on camera. More reviews. Talk to small press publishers and contributors. Okay, so I do want to talk to authors. I do want to talk to artists, and I did before I started posting interviews on this page. I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, excuse me. You sneezed into your elbow. Producer Jill, that's like one thing I've learned from Producer Jill. Sneeze into your elbow. She's like a real bear about it. And if I sneezed any other way on film, it's like taking my life in my hands. So, but I did before I posted any interviews online, I reached out to Paul Miller and Paul Fry about, now my nose is itchy. Oh, it's live. You can't do anything about it, you know? I reached out to the two of them to do an interview. Oh my goodness. Hold please. I just got yelled at, guys. I just got yelled at by Producer Jill. So I did email Paul Fry and Paul Miller, and both were like intrigued by it, but weren't ready to do it. So hopefully I can get them on. But I did interview Paul Suntop. I'm going to be posting another interview with Paul Suntop about Charlie and the Chocolate Factory soon, because I'm going to review the book and then I'm going to post that interview. Charlie and the Chocolate. I got an awesome fan theory about Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. So I'm going to be posting that review and then the interview with Paul. So love the unboxings. Would love an exploration of various limited press publishers. Yeah, we talked about that, Tyler. I think I'll do a video ranking my favorite publishers. Duh, we all know who the top is. And then do video spotlights of each publisher. So they can, I'll email them and they can bribe me beforehand. Do you want a good review? It'd be a real shame if this publisher went down the tubes because of my influence. No, I wouldn't do that. But do spotlight videos talking about each publisher and showing what books I own from them. Get an interview with King. Oh my God, I'd be a doofus. I would like to highlight videos on the editions of the books you have. We see a quick overview when you unbox them, but an in-depth exploration of what you like, dislike about the edition after reading them. Okay. Interesting. I mean, sometimes I don't read those books. I read trade editions, and then I collect the signed ones. And then, sometimes I read the signed ones. So that's interesting. You know what? I'm going to do a review of The Road, and I'll talk about the Suntup edition I read because I read the numbered. It's a good idea. Thank you, Jason. I enjoy the thrift store content. Any Philip K. Dick, etc., is more my thing than fantasy. Maybe some sort of book discussion and a live stream. Yeah, I was thinking of doing like a book club. That was my sister-in-law's idea. We're going to do like, I'll sign a book and then we'll do a live stream maybe one day of the week where we talk about it. Or I talk about it and people like roll their eyes. I don't know. Would love to see you talk about Freeman about his plans for Levidian. But Martin, do you think Freeman will be mad about all the things I said about Cemetery Dance? I kind of would have to apologize. So, Mike, I would like cocktail recipes. Tell us what you're drinking. I'm drinking El Dia de los Muertos. It is tequila, Cointreau. What is it? You could speak up. Absinthe, tequila, orange juice, sparkling water, and orange juice. And some bitters. And she said it like that. She doesn't want to be on record, but she said it bitters. Okay. So that's what I'm drinking. It's delicious.
He didn't ask you what you were drinking right there.
Yeah, he did.
No, he was just saying it later.
Tell us what you're drinking, LOL. He said, I would like cocktail recipes. Smiley face. Tell us what you're drinking, LOL. Mike, can you settle a bet here with me and producer Jill? Were you asking what this drink was? Oh my gosh. We're going to argue. Jason, don't get me started with King and writing about guns. Oh, not only guns, but put external safeties on Glock semis, but was a huge gunfight in the Institute that was laughable. Oh, I never read the Institute. Now I'm going to be looking for that. Great. Is it the Snowpiercer, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory theory? No, this is my own. I made this one up. I don't know that one, but I know I heard somebody talking about that somewhere. So I'll have to look that up. I heard rumbles of that. He hires doctors and such to proofread the medical. Oh, huh. But he doesn't do that for the weapons. Well, that's a big oversight, missed opportunity. Maybe a video or two covering where some small press books can be found on the secondary. Many folks may not know about the dealers that specialize in limited. Oh, okay, that's cool. I mean, I can name a few right now. Obviously, eBay, but then Abe's Books, Camelot, and then there's a new place called Kathmandu. I don't know about Kathmandu. Are they related in any way to Camelot? I don't know. They give me the same vibe. I do not think Mr. Freeman would have any issues with what you have said. I would hope not, because I'm really rooting for Brian James Freeman. I think he's this great guy. He's a stand-up guy. I love what he's doing with Levidian. I think he's been left holding the bag for Cemetery Dance for so long, and I really do blame all of my criticisms on the top, Richard Chismar. But of course, I don't have inside information. But yeah, I would love to talk to Brian James Freeman about Levidian. I would love to. I'll have to reach out. Yes, sir. He did want the recipe. Ha! I was asking about the drink. Thank you, Mike. Gotta go. Have a great week, everyone. Thank you for another fun live chat. Jeff and P. Jill. It's like your rap name. P. Jill. Thank you, Flash. I'll check out your cemetery. I have bought from Camelot and Kathmandu. Both were great experiences. Yeah, Camelot's awesome. I don't know anything about Kathmandu, but Camelot's awesome. So thank you for those suggestions. I think those are all great. A lot of it was in line with what we were thinking, but and for that I'm very grateful because it confirms that I think we're on the same track. I think doing new content along those lines are exactly what we want to do. So stay tuned for that. Kathmandu's site reminds me more of Zeising's than Camelot, though I have no special knowledge of the relationships I have purchased from Kathmandu, and it was fine. Later, Mike. I hope you go make that recipe, Mike, the one we talked about. So, yes, I plan on doing more reviews, more about the books I do read, because you're right. I don't do a thorough, and there's a lot of stuff that producer Jill was telling me. She's like, talk about the paper, talk about the type and all these things. And I'm like, but they're on the websites. People can see those statistical details or the details. And she's like, well, they're on your channel, stupid. Why don't you tell them? Go back to your room, stuff like that. My hope is to become the Mr. Beast of small press publishing. Now, if you don't know who Mr. Beast is, this guy gives away hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of stuff all the time. He's sick. He's sick with it. Like he gives stuff away. I would love to be that guy for small press publishing. If I can get monetized and at a certain level, I would love to be just to give a book away every month. That would make me happy, to take what I make, of course, maybe to live on some of it. Producer Jill needs Coach bags all the time. and live on some of that, but also invest a lot back into the channel, into this community. I would love to do that. Just doing these giveaways has really been awesome, so that is what I would hope to do, where I'd love to see this channel in 2 years, where I can afford to do those things. Seeing the stats on a sales page is very different than hearing someone describe the personal experience. Yes, you're right, Jason. You are totally right. I'm a full half hour behind now, so I'm going to say good night. Good night, Lee. Thanks for being here. Really. Hugs and kisses. That was weird. It was a little weird. It was a little bit. Not restraining order yet. But thanks for being here. So yeah, that's pretty much what I was going to say. And also, I was going to say, if anybody wants to do a push-up challenge in December with me, I'm going to do push-ups every day. Not for charity, just for my own personal health. If you want to do it, I did it a few years ago. I used to do it every December. And the one year I did 7,000 push-ups in December. So it's like 200 a day. So in November, I'm going to do 100 a day and then set a number for December. And if you want to do it along at home and join me in that challenge, it'll be fun. We won't do them live or anything. That would be weird, especially if I've been drinking. But yeah, that's the other thing. So push-up challenge. That's really it. That was everything in my notes. An hour and a half later. Giveaway rights is effectively making a fan for life for the publisher, I imagine. I would like to think so. I know how it would feel to not ever have a Suntup numbered edition and then just be handed one. I think that would be it's a great experience. So I'm happy to be the sponsor of that experience, and Paul really made it easy for me to do that, or a lot easier. Let me just put it that way. So it's in equal parts Paul's generosity as well. So I'm very grateful that he allowed me to do that, and he allowed me to go with a number below 250. So I hope it creates a fan, and I hope whoever wins it doesn't just sell it. I'm not going to cry myself to sleep if that happens. I want whoever gets it to use it to whatever purpose they want as a fan of the channel. Take it easy. Take it easy. Challenge accepted. What did I challenge you to? Oh, the push-up challenge. Yeah, I forgot. This thing's erasing my memory. Yes, I'm going to do 100 a day in November, and then I'm going to try to do at least 7,000 again in December. So you with the push-up challenge, it's really easy. You set the number that you want to hit, and then you hit the number. And you don't have to do you don't have to do like 5 sets of 30 push-ups all in a row, like in one little window of time. You could do them throughout the day. You could do like 30 in the morning, 30 in the afternoon, and 40 at night. And there's your 100. I don't know. Just the thing. Nobody is bound by this, even if you verbally agree. Got used to doing them in boot camp. So then it's easy. I mean, it's not like a major accomplishment, and it gets easier. Oh, you may want to try one of those videos where you comment on folks' bookshelves collections. I've seen some of these, and they're pretty fun to watch. Okay, I could try that. I'll be polite though. So I'll have to. You know what, Jason? I'll get back to you on that because I'll have to watch a few and see what they say. So do they just do people send photos of their bookshelves and then they give constructive criticism, or is it like, look at this hot mess? Is it? It's a hot mess. It's both. I don't know. I'll have to see some of those videos where I judge. I don't feel like I could judge people's shelves. I mean, I don't know. I love books. So I would be like, oh, you got books. Unless you're okay. Now I'm going to say a little something. I've been watching a lot of BookTube lately, and 2 things I noticed. There are a lot of booktubers who talk about the covers of the books, and that drives me crazy because that's like a nice note, but like their whole conversation's about the cover. And then there's a booktuber who has all her books showing by color. Like, these are all the black spines. These are all the blue spines. These are all the red ones. What? Who, like, these are meant to be read. Like, this is not wallpaper. And at Half Price Books, if you go to Half Price Books, they sell, they have literally a thing they call, we sell books by the yard, where you can tell them how many feet of blue spines you want, and they will sell you that number of books that fit that space. So you don't have to look or open these books. You just have the blue spines. Just get wallpaper. That drives me crazy. That really does. I would never organize my books by color. What are you saying, me wrap this up? You're not really a producer, Jill. Oh, it's a fake roasting. Okay. Yeah, typically photos. As for what they say, some are nice, others not so much. I thought your commentary would be more insightful than the standard BookTube crap. Yeah, there's a lot of it out there. All right, well, I'll consider that. And producer Jill was already thinking about it. She gave me an I told you so when you mentioned that, Jason. So score 1 for Jason. She's like, yeah, I told you to rate or review bookshelves. I mean, there's a lot of potential. There's a lot more to come. Let me just say that. I'm not just trying to get 1,000 subscribers for some personal trophy. So I would like to keep this channel going and have as much fun for myself and for the people who give me their sacred minutes. So agreed. I can't stand when people color coordinate their shelves. That has nothing to do with the color of the spine of the book. Has nothing to do with it. I mean, the closest I got was I had both copies of Insomnia because they had the different reversed out type. I don't know what happened to the other one.
What?
No, I shouldn't have said that in front of producer
What?
Jill.
What?
I don't know what happened to mine. That's yours. I don't know where mine is.
Why?
I don't know. We lost Insomnia.
Oh,
I need the
no.
other version of that.
Are you
Oh my God. All right. Well, we're gonna argue. So I'm gonna cut this off soon. She was giving me the thing anyway. Plus, since many of your subscribers are also small press customers, you may be very familiar with items on their shelves. Yeah. That's the other thing that surprises me. A lot of these booktubers don't know about small press publishers at all. They have no clue. What? Are you jealous about Martin? Is that why you're gasping? Producer Jill is exceptionally vocal tonight. Yeah, I know.
That makes me.
Okay, I will find another copy of Insomnia. I know. We had another copy. We don't have the one with the reversed out. Don't argue, please, Mom and Dad. The single copy of Insomnia was giving me fits. Oh, damn it. I should have pointed it out. Look, I don't know where it is. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to wrap this up, guys. I'm in trouble, Tyler. Is it offer still good? Like blinking? Tyler, are you there? Tyler? So we'll work on getting that other copy of Insomnia. I will fix it. Thank you for being here, Cat House. Thank you, Martin and Jason and Joshua and Steven. And I feel like this is Romper Room episode where I'm like looking at all the people through the glass. I'm glad you're all here every week. I'm glad you're all here, enabling my addictions to both alcohol and books. I'm not addicted to alcohol. I mean, that's exactly what somebody would say if they were addicted to alcohol, but I'm not. Enabling these things. I'm loving this, and I will be back next Monday. I don't know. I haven't checked. Here, let me do a live check how many subscribers I have right now. We're 15 away, right? Is it 15? Let me double check. No, we're 13 away. 13 away. Get 13 people, and then I can give this book away. They don't have to watch. They just have to stay subscribed for a little while because then I want to get to 1,500. So just subscribe. They don't have to watch. I promise them I'm not going to be invading their homes without consent. And then I can give this book away ahead of the November release. And we'll get another rider on the train. Hopefully it's one of you who are here every week. That would be fantastic. But of course, Ka is a wheel and the wheel decides. So thank you again for being here. I'll be back next week. Until then, unboxings, reviews, etc., etc., and stay frosty.